The story opens with a young woman named Iris browsing through a shopping mall. While there, she notices a man named Josh. He notices her too, and the attraction is instant. Before long, the two become a couple and start living together. Days pass as their relationship seems to grow stronger. One day, Josh takes Iris on a getaway to a large lakeside house owned by one of his friends. Several people have been invited there for a gathering. After arriving, Iris meets a friend of Josh's who seems to dislike her from the start. Inside, they are welcomed by the wealthy owner of the house, a man with connections to organized crime who has invited everyone for a weekend of fun. Among the guests are Patrick and his male companion, who share a very close relationship. The reason behind their bond will become important later. That evening, everyone drinks, dances, and enjoys themselves. The party continues late into the night. The next morning, Iris talks with Josh about the river near the property. She suggests going there. Josh tells her to head over first while he showers. Iris reaches the riverbank alone. As she slips a hand into her pocket, she discovers a knife. Confused, she wonders how it ended up there. A moment later, the homeowner approaches. Iris quickly hides the knife again. As she tries to leave, he asks her to stay and chat. Reluctantly, she agrees. Then he makes an uncomfortable request, asking her to apply lotion to his back. Though uneasy, Iris does it. The man's behavior quickly becomes inappropriate. He grabs her hand, touches her in disturbing ways, and pulls her closer. Iris repeatedly tells him to stop. She protests and demands he let her go, but he ignores her and keeps pressuring her. Enraged, Iris smashes a bottle into his face. Furious, he slaps her hard, knocking her down, and the confrontation turns violent. The man wraps his hands around her throat and begins choking her. Desperate to survive, Iris grabs the knife and drives it into his neck, killing him. Sometime later, she returns to the others covered in blood and holding the weapon. Iris tearfully explains that she killed him in self-defense after he assaulted her and tried to kill her. Josh approaches and calmly orders her to shut down. To everyone's shock, Iris instantly powers off. The group ties her to a chair, revealing a shocking truth. Iris is not human at all. She is an advanced humanoid robot designed to look and behave exactly like a person. Patrick's partner is stunned. He argues that she's only a machine and couldn't have intentionally murdered someone. Josh sends everyone away, claiming he'll handle the situation himself. After reactivating Iris, Josh finds her terrified and apologizing repeatedly for what happened. Instead of comforting her, he tells her she never should have killed the homeowner. Then he reveals the truth. She isn't a woman, she's a robot. The revelation devastates Iris. She insists it can't be true. She feels emotions, experiences pain, and loves him. She reminds Josh of all the memories they've shared and the trips they've taken together. Josh coldly explains that those memories are artificial. Everything she remembers was uploaded into her system. A flashback reveals the day a robotics company delivered Iris to Josh. The technicians explained that she wasn't a normal machine. She was designed to form emotional connections and behave like a real human. Once she bonded with someone through love or friendship, her devotion would become genuine. When Josh sat in front of her during activation, Iris scanned his face and instantly formed an emotional attachment. This reveals that the romantic meeting in the mall never happened. The memory had been planted inside her mind from the beginning. Although Iris believes she and Josh have spent years together, they've actually known each other for only a week. Her implanted memories make the relationship feel far older than it really is. Josh even explains that the tears she cries aren't real tears. They're simply water released by an internal system whenever she experiences sadness. Even after learning all this, Iris insists her feelings are real and declares her love for him. At that moment, Josh's friend enters and asks why Iris hasn't been permanently shut down yet. Hearing this, Iris realizes they're planning to erase her. Josh pulls his friend aside, and their conversation exposes the real conspiracy. The group had plotted the homeowner's death from the beginning because they wanted his fortune for themselves. Josh explains that once the robotics company arrives, he'll reset Iris and make her take the blame. Meanwhile, Iris spots the same knife nearby. Still tied to the chair, she slowly drags herself toward it. She falls while reaching for the weapon. Just then Josh returns. As he approaches, Iris suddenly attacks, slashing his neck with the knife and injuring him. She frees herself, grabs Josh's phone, escapes the house, and races into the forest. The others can only watch her flee. Patrick's partner has now learned that Josh secretly planted the knife in Iris's pocket. Josh admits everything and warns that if they don't capture Iris before the company arrives, they'll all be exposed. He reveals a flash drive capable of altering her programming completely, but first they must find her. Josh then shows the stolen money and explains how it will be divided among the conspirators. Patrick's partner objects, saying Patrick deserves a share too. Josh refuses. In response, Patrick's partner shuts Patrick down. The moment Patrick powers off, it becomes clear that he is also a robot. Josh's friend reveals the stolen fortune totals $12 million. They promise Patrick's partner $4 million if he helps recover Iris. He agrees but keeps a gun for protection, believing Iris is dangerous. Patrick is reactivated, and the hunt begins. Deep in the woods, Iris uses Josh's phone. Fortunately, she knows the password. Exploring the device controls, she discovers settings connected to her own programming. Her intelligence level is set at 40%. She raises it to 100. Immediately, her mind begins operating at a far higher level. Meanwhile, the four pursuers enter the forest. Josh divides everyone into pairs to cover more ground. While hiding behind a tree, Iris overhears Patrick and his companion talking. The man admits Josh and his friend planned the homeowner's murder long ago. He realizes Josh only bought Iris as a tool to carry out the killing. Now that everything has gone wrong, Josh expects him to help clean up the mess. Patrick then quietly asks if the same thing could happen to him, since he's also a robot. His companion is shocked that Patrick knows the truth. Patrick explains that after spending so much time together, he eventually figured it out. A flashback shows how their relationship began at a festival and slowly grew into genuine love. His companion reassures him that he would never betray him. He says he truly loves Patrick and wants to stay with him forever. Suddenly, Iris's phone rings. The noise reveals her location. Patrick's companion pulls out his gun, and Iris bolts. He fires several shots, but misses. Running around another side of the woods, he cuts her off and tackles her. The two crash to the ground and struggle for control. During the fight, the gun accidentally fires. The bullet strikes Patrick's companion, killing him instantly. Patrick watches in horror. As Josh and the others arrive, Iris escapes and runs back toward the house. She climbs into Josh's advance car and locks herself inside. Josh reaches the vehicle and desperately tries to get in. Unfortunately for Iris, the car only responds to authorized voice commands. When she attempts to start it, the system rejects her voice. With Josh smashing at the windows, she quickly searches for a solution. Using her enhanced intelligence, Iris accesses the settings and modifies her voice to perfectly imitate Josh's. The car accepts the command and starts. She speeds away. But Josh reacts fast. He rushes into the house, grabs the dead homeowner's phone, and reports the car stolen. The vehicle automatically pulls over after the report is filed. Josh then calls Iris. When she answers, he pretends to care and begs her to return. He promises she won't face punishment and offers to erase her painful memories so they can be together again. Iris refuses. She tells him she knows the truth. She overheard the conversation in the forest and now understands he used her to commit murder. Determined to survive, she says she'll never come back. After the call ends, Josh finds Patrick. Using another phone, he modifies Patrick's settings and increases his aggression to maximum. He then reboots him. When Patrick wakes, Josh is the first face he sees, causing Patrick to bond with him. Josh manipulates him further, claiming Iris is trying to separate them. He orders Patrick to stop her. Meanwhile, a police officer arrives near Iris's disabled car. Iris steps out. Because her programming prevents her from lying, she answers the officer honestly. She explains there was a gathering at a nearby house. The officer immediately recognizes the property and offers to drive her back safely. Instead, Iris confesses that she killed the homeowner and says her friends are trying to kill her. Before she can explain more, Patrick appears. He attacks the officer. After brutally beating him, Patrick kills him. Then he uses Josh's phone to shut Iris down and carries her back. Back at the house, Josh's female accomplice realizes the situation is spiraling out of control. She begins packing the money and announces she's leaving. Josh refuses to let her walk away. He reminds her that he killed for her and expects loyalty. Ignoring him, she heads for the door. Josh orders Patrick to stop her. With his aggression maxed out, Patrick stabs her from behind. She collapses and bleeds to death. After disposing of the body, Josh powers Iris back on. This time she's restrained tightly to a chair. Josh says he originally planned to reset her memories, but has decided killing her is safer. With her intelligence still at 100%, Iris starts revealing private thoughts Josh never spoke aloud. Her insight shocks him. Realizing how powerful her mind has become, Josh drops her intelligence level all the way to 0. Now she obeys every command without question. Josh stretches out her arm and places a candle beneath it. The flame burns her skin until mechanical parts become visible. He then calls the robotics company to collect her. Before they arrive, he orders Patrick to extinguish the fire. Next, Josh places a gun in Iris's hand and points it at her head. When he commands her to pull the trigger, she obeys. The shot destroys her. Later, the robotics team arrives. Josh invents a false story, while Patrick, disguised as a police officer, backs him up. The workers seem convinced. However, one technician explains that every robot records its experiences through a hidden device. Since the bullet struck Iris's head and not the recorder in her lower back, the evidence can still be recovered. Josh immediately panics. The team loads Iris into a van and begins a reboot procedure. Before they can leave, Patrick attacks. He shoots the driver dead. The second technician flees into the forest. At that moment, Iris finishes rebooting and awakens. Patrick catches up to the fleeing worker. Out of ammunition, he begins strangling him. Iris arrives and attacks Patrick. The fight goes badly for her. Patrick shrugs off the blows, strikes her down, and prepares to finish her. Iris desperately tells him that Josh erased his memories. She explains that Josh manipulated him exactly the way he manipulated her. She reminds him that the man he truly loved is already dead. As Patrick struggles to remember, fragments of the past return. The truth overwhelms him. Unable to cope, he destroys himself. Iris then asks the surviving technician for help. The worker modifies her system according to her wishes. Armed with new freedom, Iris returns to confront Josh. Josh immediately tries shutting her down through his phone. Nothing happens. The technician's changes have removed all outside control. For the first time, Iris is completely independent. She points a gun at Josh. Josh insists she can't kill him because she still loves him. For a moment, his words affect her. Then he attacks, throwing her around and trying to dominate her again. Holding a gun, he aims for the part of her body where her data is stored. What he doesn't realize is that Iris has a weapon ready as well. Before he can fire, she strikes. The blow kills Josh instantly. Afterward, Iris finally gains the freedom she never had. No one controls her anymore. Taking the money and a luxury car, she leaves to begin a new life elsewhere. With hope for the future, Iris drives away as the story comes to an end.